1,000 metres. They sent on the way from the 1,000 metre marker. And Answering Genesis began very swiftly as the leader. MEGNAAS with the blue cap, Gingerbread Man near the rail, the orange cap. And they are followed then further back in the field, Ocean Drive South, and Beachmasters only about 3.5 lengths off the lead. They move to the 600 metre marker, Answering Genesis by half. MEGNAAS had his girth second. They are length and a half in front of Ocean Drive South, Beachmaster, and Gingerbread Man on the inside. Answering Genesis the leader. MEGNAAS now gets the wake-up call. Still a length to make up. Answering Genesis and MEGNAAS, these two at the 300 metre pole. And it's Answering Genesis. MEGNAAS now putting on the pressure. There's not much between the two, but MEGNAAS now gets to grips with Answering Genesis. And MEGNAAS going on now. MEGNAAS will win it. So MEGNAAS by about a length and 3/4, 2 lengths at the end. Second, Answering Genesis, Gingerbread Man, and then came Ocean Drive South and Beachmaster. Number 5, MEGNAAS, is victorious. And it shows up currently at R1.30, the toed favourite, the Asiatic boy, and wins it by about 2 or just over 2 lengths. Second time at the track, of course, they were going 1,000 metres. First time Polly, first time 1,000, first time Greyville. And on that debut, MEGNAAS would prefer the extra 200. He got to grips with Answering Genesis about inside the 200. He took a while to get to him, obviously going to prefer more ground, and then he scores by over 2. Answering Genesis, Gingerbread Man, then Ocean Drive South and Beachmaster. We'll take a look at that head-on shortly. So no upsets in the opening leg of the bipod. Answering Genesis on the left with the pink sleeves, and MEGNAAS with the blue cap comes forward now to challenge, and then they go for each other for about 50 metres or so, and then MEGNAAS claims the advantage, and then he rushes away to win by 2 or just over 2 lengths. That's the running of the first race until the running of the second. Just to remind you, there's the pick 6 carryover, there's the quartet carryover, and Anton Marcus is not riding. We're all on the poly at Greyville until the second. Back to the studio. Current betting on the second race. All to come, maiden plate, the fillies and mares, 1,200 metres.
A nice start to the day for the combination of De Kock and Delpeche. And it's MEGNAAS, the Argentinian import for Aldair, South Africa. Well done to Nathan and the staff here in KZN as well. And Nathan, first time out, the horse was green. I remember that race, he was a bit slow away.
Yeah, again, today it was a bit slow away. Anthony says he tends to lean back and he missed the break, but at home he's very quick out. But in any case, he won a good race today. Just well done to Sheikh and thanks to Anthony, and hopefully he'll go in from here.
2 more runners to come, Quantity and the talented Jayad.
Yeah, Quantity, he's a battling maiden, but his work's much better at home. It's a weak qualifying maiden. I'd say he's got an outside place chance, and back to the 1,200 as well. And then Jayad, he's got his problems. He's had his throat operations and that, but his work hasn't been bad. It's a run back for the end of the month. But he can come out and fresh, but I'm hoping for a big run from him.
Is it difficult to monitor his breathing issues, Natty, back home?
Yeah, he's difficult also to train, with the breathing problems.
Fantastic, and I'm sure you would have watched yesterday. Noah from Goa, you remember him fondly from KZN, up in Gauteng, and now Cape Town. He ran a cracker yesterday.
Yeah, he was never here in KZN, but yeah, I do know of him, and it was a great run for a 3-year-old.
I'll give our best to Mike and Matthew and the entire team. Well done, Nathan.
Thank you.
Lovely, Nathan Kotson. Let's get Anthony Delpeche in, and before we touch on this win, we saw the visuals coming through yesterday on your World of Winners teletrack. It looked like an outstanding meeting. You were there. You actually stayed overnight. How was the buzz on course? It looked to be great.
Yeah, all those big meetings, there's a big crowd, so the atmosphere is very good. Yeah, very well done to the sponsors. It was a great day.
Well, you had a winner on the day. I think it was for Justin Snate, but your horse, the 3-year-old, he ran a blinder, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a great horse, and he's got a big heart, and every time we ask of him, and he gives us a bit more, and we're difficult to find out how good he was, and I think yesterday he really showed us that he is really a top horse.
Coming back to this individual, Nathan, just touching on the start, it can be costly, but you bounced him out and you got him into the race. You shook him up early.
Yeah, he got left again. He came out slow with me again. And I'm just very lucky that the horse on my outside also got left. But within 2 or 3 strides, he was right there with them, you know. You know, it's so important to the start on the 2-year-olds because that's where you can win or lose your race. But he just shows he's got a little bit of quality about him, but he's still very, very green. I nearly fell off him going down to the start. He'll improve from this run, and he wants a little bit further too.
Competitive racing throughout the afternoon. Anything else that you can maybe help us with?
Well, I think for the punters out there, I think it's just worth just following me today. It's you know, I don't think I've got anything I can pinpoint that is my next best ride, but I just think I've got a card of competitive rides.
That horse, Cutting Edge, you won the R1 million race on, you know, back over 1200.
Yeah, you know, back on the poly 1200, and he must have a chance. I think my opposition is Scratch, and I thought Tony's horse would be a very, very hard horse to beat in the race. But I think Mike's horse also a very good horse. He's got a breathing problem. But I think on the day, if he turns up and he doesn't have a problem, he's definitely the horse we have to beat.
Thanks for that. All the best for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, thanks very much to Nathan and the whole team, and to my sponsor, Aventure. Thank you.
Lovely. Anthony Delpech, De Kock, race number 1, MEGNAAS. If you caught this quartet, the numbers you'll need, 5, 1, 4, and 6 was the horse, Ocean Drive South. That rounded off the quartet. Coming up next will be the start of the place accumulator at 13:50, which is 10 to 2.